Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the good old fast sub rogue, and I happened to queue a solo shuffle. First game, I played with Cat, and I actually switched to my build. At the time, I was running a different build, and I was the same thing except I'm not running Thistle Tea, and honestly, it felt a lot better. Right now I'm 481 item level instead of being like 485 or 86. I don't know how people are that high in the first place, but what is. Um, these games were actually pretty decent. You'll see here that we get pretty good CC in the opener. I could blind all this. Honestly, I was expecting the root beam. Yeah, he does. I shadowy double on the root beam, which is actually kind of bad, to be honest. The thing is, I think he faded it, honestly, because he got out of the root beam. And no, never mind. He trinketed. Okay, never mind. Nah. So we got trinket with the root beam. On top, the shadowy double was good. We end up getting swapped. Now I can full kidney because it's off DR. We swapped to the priest. Unfortunately, I'm always Shadow Dance starved. I literally never have Shadow Dance up and never. It's just like it's unbelievable. Like the one thing you need to be able to stun or do anything is a Shadow Dance. So I'm sitting here trying to farm it up, just using my blades, trying to farm. Otherwise, I already would have went. I have about 5 seconds before the DRs are coming up. Thankfully, I just have enough. So here I kidney him. He cyclone DRs. I tried to gouge him, but I guess for some reason his body was just somehow facing away from me, so there's that. You pretty much can never use Shadow Dance unless you're doing Ghost. Like here, so we're gonna go Warrior because it's the Hunter's DR'd, so we're gonna swap to the Warrior here. He can Cyclone, no he can't. He Root Beam, so full Root Beam. I don't know how he's getting out of every Root Beam. Oh yeah, it's a Hunter, I forgot. Okay, never mind. So we didn't Trinket the Root Beam, the Hunter got him out. Forgot that broken CD is a countered versus Bimmy. So here we're pumping burst off, which is not the best, but in order to farm your dances, that's basically what you do. After the first blades, you're kind of just using your second blades to farm your dance. It's kind of weird how that works, but we actually end up killing this guy here. He actually does pretty good kiting. I honestly thought he had turtle, but maybe he didn't. Oh no, never mind. He turtled on top of swap, so never mind. So here, me and the warrior actually end up going the shaman. That's why going the healer in the opener, especially in this situation, the hunter and boomy's gonna be in stealth. And usually versus these type of comps, your trinket doesn't matter that much. So you're honestly able to just use your trinket in the opener and kind of just pump, and go in. And you'll see here how beneficial that can be. My bad. But here we're gonna start the shaman, and honestly, I wasn't even playing on the killing, or I think this is this round. I'm not sure though. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It is. So here I used my racial, which honestly was kind of bad. I should have used my blade and just gone saved my thing. So here we open. I'm going to use both of my CDs. So Trinket to disarm, Cheap, Cloak, so he can't Cyclone or do anything, and he dies. So we absolutely farm him, and at this point he just needs a Trinket wall. Like if my warrior's popping forward CDs and I'm popping on my CDs, there's no world where you survive that. So the fact that he held versus that was actually really bad. It's probably because I cheap shotted him instead of kidneying, so he thought he was like, okay, well he's gonna space it, and then I'll be good because he'll be able to get Link or something, or maybe like his wall. But I know that's the good thing about not spacing your stuns, and obviously I'm doing better on not stunning DR. A lot of times I just wasn't paying attention enough, and I kept trying to maybe force goes a little bit too much. This game was actually pretty solid, and overall was really good. So here, Shadowy Doe the Warrior get his trinket immediately. Now we can swap to the Boomy immediately. So boom, we're gonna kidney shot, just kidding. We're disarm, waiting for the dispel. He gets a root beam. He gets out of the root beam. I kidney the druid. I bomb him. We get trinket. So in the opener, we get double trinket. I blind here. He trinkets my blind. So we just got 3 trinkets by ourselves in the opener because they just wanted to use CDs for no reason. That's the good thing. Like that guy didn't have to trinket a blind because I wouldn't have been able to sap off it because I didn't cheap blind sap. So it ended up being good because we got his trinket regardless. But honestly, I should have just cheap blind sapped. That way, had he not trinketed, I would have been able to get a full CC. Here we actually end up almost killing him. I end up doing a DR gouge off a DR stun. Obviously, he ends up surviving. And yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to get this guy. Honestly, I think I can buy my secondary weapon. But we'll see. I've seen Knowledge running 4 set, but I don't know about it, to be honest yet. I don't know if I want to run it or not. So here I'm going to get ready to kidney shot. Just kidding. He actually full cyclones really good. We had kick. The shaman had kick, which would have been good if he kicked it, but we ended up kidding. We're going to go druid. I triple stun here, so the warrior can't do anything. And since his intervene just came up, he's not going to get that off. And it looks like we we get a pretty good solid setup. Not enough damage though, unfortunately. This actually is kind of looking really bad. We're kind of running out of CDs. I use my racial to stop them from being on me. We almost end up killing the druid. He's at like 2%. I kick him here full. I'm waiting for the Kenny, and then we're gonna go. So Kenny, swap druid, and I think we win because now I have Dole off it and GG. So with the hunter's kill command and my big dam, we end up taking him out. So yeah, I think a lot of my problems were one, going the wrong target. I think going the right target is super crucial, especially when like you never really want to go mage unless I mean just going mages in general are just is dumb in solo shuffle, to be honest. It's like they're just unkillable unless you have like a hunter on your team or a DK, something that can consistently hit the mage. There's no point in going a mage. Unfortunately, if you leave a mage by themselves, they're literally gonna solo you with a right, with all their big dam. But uh, overall it was nice. Honestly, I don't know. I thought I got the so yeah, I did get the druid out. I didn't even know where the druid is. I'm literally clueless right here. I'm like, bro, where is this guy at? I was like, because I got common points off him, so we instantly get PS. We end up killing. We get trinket PS. So look at this beautiful swap. Unfortunately, we didn't get his trinket with this, which kind of sucks. But here I'm gonna gouge DR into a blind. Perfect. We get trinket. So this CC wise is not like the best, but it's as long as we get the CD that we need. Because if he doesn't trinket there, we're just gonna have unhealable AOE dam, and he's gonna have to use double PS dome. The hunter's still dying because my warrior's doing unhealable damage. He's doing literally unhealable damage right now. 150k nonstop for the entire game so far. So he gets a full hex. I gouge DR. I stun the druid here, and then we get swapped to the hunter if we want. Yep. So we're gonna swap to the hunter maybe. I get full trap. Unfortunate. And honestly, I don't even know why he's running undispellable trap, especially when they're not even going the shaman. I don't know. That's kind of questionable. Maybe it's good though. Who knows? So here I can Kenny I'm getting my common points so I can Kenny. So what you're doing is you're Kennying the priest, and then you're waiting off DR, and then you're going to stun the main target. So boom. I should have just probably went. It looks like, yeah, the warrior swaps with me with Blade Storm. We actually almost end up killing this guy. So close. He ends up swapping. And unfortunately, even with my CC, we end up getting taken out. It's kind of unlucky that we got a shaman, and that's just how it is. Had we had maybe like a Resolute or a Disc ourselves or something, or a Mistweaver, we probably shouldn't have been dead there, to be honest. I mean, it's not that long of a game. But yeah, we ended up getting taken out. Not much I can do. I mean, it was a close game, but had we just been able to survive that one last go, they had 0 CDs, no PSs, no swap, no trinkets, and I had my CDs come back up and the warrior dead. So the game's over if we just won, if we last that go, but it is what it is. So here I think we start the shaman, and honestly, if my Boomy started off pumping the shaman with me, we probably would have got his trinket. I think that's like the one problem. This guy was super greedy with this. Had I had my teammates on him with me, we probably honestly would have got his trinket. That's like the main thing. If we get a shaman's trinket, it's insanely good. So here I trinket, I restun, we get him like 30%. Had I had that extra damage, now we have the extra damage. We get swapped. So we get a crucial cooldown. I swap to the hunter here, and I'm at literally any energy star at this point. I bomb, which was a really bad bomb to be honest, mainly because the shaman was right on top of me. So yeah, definitely a bad bomb. So here I could try to sap off the fear, but he has bleeds on him, so there's no point. I actually end up gouging a second too early, like a millisecond. So I break. So here I full kidney. He knocks. I can blind. Actually, no, I'm not gonna blind because of DR. I'll be able to blind the next setup go. So here I cheap shot him. I'm gonna kick the shaman on his next cast. So I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna alt tab. Boom, get the kick. Gonna restun him. So a really good kick, and then we get full blind, and then he has to trinket. Or else the hunter, he's gonna have to rely on the hunter turtling. We get the shaman's trinket, we got swap, and we got his wall. The shaman can honestly die. Which honestly, yeah, we probably could have just went shaman with the kidney and killed him pretty easily, to be honest. So here we're getting close to dying here. I think both of my losses are with the shaman, I think. We'll see here though. So here I get a full kidney into a full go here. He knocks me into the hunter, which was actually really good. My Boomy ends up jumping off here. He gets a root beam. Unfortunately, he gets out of it. I end up using gouge on him, full gouge. I'm waiting. So in 7 seconds, I can use my... For some reason, my numbers on my DRs weren't tracking at the time. So I was getting super confused, but apparently they're adding inflation Tuesday. So I'm like 2250. I'll wait till Tuesday, and we'll see if it does anything, obviously. Every time they say they're adding stuff like that, it just never works out. They literally would have to change it back to Season 1 for me to actually enjoy it. I shouldn't, I don't want to feel like I have to play 7 hours just to gain a hunter rating. Especially when, I'm winning. It's just like I'm gaining 25 to 30 points for a 4 or 5-1. It's like, I don't know, questionable. So here I can either cheap shot here in a second, or I can kidney. I think I cheap shot. We'll see. Actually, I might not even stun. We'll see. So I cheap him, I cheap him, and I cheap the hunter because the warrior doesn't really matter. I probably didn't even have to cheap him, but I shadowy duel him, perfect shadowy duel into the kill. So insane swap there, and we end up taking him out. That's why swapping is really good. And my entire target was always going to be on hunter because the hunters die really quickly. And, they had 0 CDs left. So, actually, it was a really good setup because he could have cycloned off my cheap shot or feared or rebeamed, anything like that. And they had 0 CDs, so it's kind of just GG's. So, here, we'll see. I think we lose this round, I'm pretty sure. So, it was overall, honestly, it was a good solo shuffle, to be honest. It was actually way better than my usual solo shuffle. I feel like I played a lot better. And here I swap here. They do a lot better peeling me. So had they done this from the start, the shaman would be perfectly fine. So technically it's not all on the shaman. It's not really all his fault. So here I blind. Never mind. So the reason that was a bad blind is my hunter was stopping the moment I blind. And his stomp is going to AoE break everything. So I end up getting the trinket from the warrior. And we get earthen. And that's about it. So kind of bad. And we get skin. So overall, not a terrible go, but to be honest, in all of our CDs, it was definitely not the best. So here I kill the totem before we swap. I can bomb here, so I bomb. I end up cheaping him in a bomb. We could have full trap. We'll see if we land it here. So I cheap shot him again for the trap. This is why I gouged, by the way. Because hunters, they're too slow on trapping. Had he trapped, 5 or 6 seconds ago, we would have already had, in 10 or 15 seconds, another DR setup. So he has yet to trap. Still. So this is already 10 to 15 seconds of another go that we would have had. Now he trapped just about 5 seconds ago. He misses the trap, unfortunate. Or I think he might have trapped the warrior, which is really bad. But, that's where, undispellable trap just ends up costing us. So here I cheap him for him. He traps. Good trap, even though it's 2 seconds, so it's kind of useless. Had he had full trap, it could have been 4-second DR, so it would have been a lot better, but what else? So here, we're going in. I actually cheap shot the shaman DR. It was already full DR'd, so, it is. It is what it is. At this point, we can kidney, and you think we would win, but obviously the warrior and this boomy are just doing unhealable damage. And honestly, I should have just went warrior, but it was DR'd, so I full blind. He trinkets my blind, so literally solo CCing over here. My hunter just needs to cancel his turtle and do damage, because we're going to lose. Our damage is they're doing double everyone's dam. We're not going to have fun time here. I shadowy duel, but I'm literally energy starved at this point, and the game's pretty much over. So let me know what you guys want to see in the next video, and make sure you comment for the algorithm. Obviously, it helps the channel. If you're wanting to help out the channel in a free way, make sure you comment anything you would like, but otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace.